breaking news that's coming in. This is a video, viewers, that has been now released by Ukrainian media. It is actually showing and claiming Russian troops shelled humanitarian supplies in Kharkiv, the second largest city in Ukraine that has been bombed. I want to go across to one of our colleagues who's reporting, Shivani Sharma. Shivani, over to you. Give us more details, because this clearly proves, like the Ukraine media is trying to say, that now the Russian troops are even targeting humanitarian aid.
Rhythm, this is not the first time when the Ukrainian media has been making such claims and showing videos to make these claims strong. This has been happening since the very beginning of the war, and there have been series of such attacks that the Russians have done that has been claimed by Ukraine, that whether we talk about the temporary ceasefire in which there was an agreement to evacuate the people through the humanitarian corridors, and Russia continued their attacks in that time also. And today also Ukraine is sending similar videos while we are talking, and the war continues for the 17th day. We also have videos of the long convoys of the armored and RT vehicles of Russia that are now getting closer to Kiev as we even talk. And this is a bigger war, the information war the world has never witnessed ever before, because on ground, when there are fights, when there are attacks, and when there are devastations, there is a bigger fight of information that's going on, because every time we see Ukraine making claims that it has been holding the ground, it has given a befitting reply to Russian forces, it is destroying the armored and RT vehicles that are on their way to Kiev. It is also having a lot of allegations on Russia that it has been bombarding the civil buildings, it has been bombarding the humanitarian help that is on its way for people inside Ukraine. So this is another claim. We have been seeing a number of such claims from Ukraine that have come in at different points of time. So the war is emerging in a very different scenario now. On the one hand, there are claims by Russia and Ukraine that they are holding very strongly the ground in Ukraine. Russia says it has already taken control over a number of cities there, and Ukraine has been saying that Russia is not even sparing children, it's not even leaving the maternity buildings. So these are the kind of information tools that are being used now. And very important thing out here we must mention and tell our viewers that most of the information platforms that are now being controlled by America, be it Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, so the version of Russia is not coming out from most of these platforms. Russia today has been banned. So Russians claim and Russian story is not getting that much exposure which the Ukrainians are getting on ground in terms of the propaganda warfare which they are now resorting to. And also we see that Russia is now claiming that it is now very close to the final assault or the end game that it has been planning to. There were new statements from Russian side which said that the plan, the operation, the military operation which was started on 24th of February is very close, and it is going according to the plan. On the other hand, there are statements from NATO, from West, and allegations on America for allying with Ukraine in terms of bioweapons, pathogen labs inside Ukraine. So multiple fronts this war is emerging, and a complete chaos is there inside Ukraine in terms of humanitarian evacuation, which has failed, and claims that are coming in from Ukraine now that Russia is not even letting people evacuate and go to safe places.
Thank you, Shivani, for that. We'll keep coming back to you at Warsaw in Poland. And also, viewers, here's a look at a report that we are filing in.
As the war enters its third week, Russia has widened its offensive in Ukraine. The deputy mayor of Mariupol gave an insight into life inside the city after it has sustained several days of heavy fire from the Russian military.
The situation is awful. Russian army continues to do airstrikes, air bombing, artillery shelling, and their troops are behind the city.
Russian bombings have left civilians baffled.
We ask more help and our best wish to give possibility to protect our lives against bombing from the air.
So far, the Russians have made the biggest advances in cities in the east and the south, including in Mariupol, and heavy bombardment left civilians scrounging for food and fuel amid a harrowing 10-day-old siege. Bureau Report, Republic TV.